but all we had were the plans, and now we're getting ready. So we did have time in between, and some of this reality started to hit. For example, I was down in Florida at some meeting, and I had said to Mary Ann, it's getting pretty cold. I think we better crank up the boilers so we keep this place warm. So I'm down in Florida, and she calls me and said, I just got the first heating bill for January. I said, well, how much was it? $8,000 is what that heating bill was. To which I replied, shut the boilers down, we'll take our chances. The boilers were turned off, and we brought some friends in a week later and go down to the basement, and the pipe had burst and the whole thing was frozen over. It looked like you were viewing a Frankenstein movie, and here's a frozen monster in there. Well, we lived with that. As we approached spring, that the front window had an entire hive of bees, and these are big windows. These are like 6-foot windows. So they said, well, we'll call the bee man for you. He's up on Troy Hill. And he said, by the way, do you want some of the bee hive? You know, the honey's in there. Well, sure. So he broke off maybe a foot or so of those, gave it to me, no bees in it. I took it home, and Mary Ann and I cooked it up a little bit, got all that honey out, and there we had a big honey bowl that cost us, I guess that check that I'd written was for $10,600. Then we had to get the zoning changed. This had changed zoning. This entire structure was built before there was any zoning, so it was grandfathered on what it was doing, but you could not change it to a hotel without going to zoning. So we were shut down in our first effort in zoning, and we decided we better do a little more reaching out to some of the politicians and in the Pennsylvania legislature, and that is Tom Murphy, later to become mayor. And so we go back in with a new lawyer, and it made all the difference in the world. He took all the arguments I had, but he presented them, and they were all smiling and in fact asking questions about other projects going on, so I knew I had the right guy, and we were in.